Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Thursday, July 13th, 2017. It is a muggy morning out there with temperatures already rising into the upper 70s to lower 80s over the northern interior, lower to mid 80s along the coast, and in the Philadelphia metro where we have an excessive heat warning out. We have temperatures already pushing close to 90 degrees this morning. Notice the dew points are in the upper 60s to mid 70s. So this is just a oppressive, muggy, disgusting, uncomfortable air mass. But luckily, it's not going to be here for much longer. But through the early afternoon hours, we're going to be dealing with a rather tropical air mass that's going to be in place with temperatures rising into the mid to upper 80s along the coast. But if you move towards your urban areas, you're talking about lower 90s, and towards the Philadelphia metro, lower to mid 90s. You combine that with the humidity, and you're talking about a heat index ranging anywhere from the upper 90s into the mid 100s. And thus, the heat advisory is out, and the excessive heat warning is out for this afternoon. By the time we get to later on this afternoon, let's say after 4 p.m., we're going to be dealing with quite a bit of showers and thunderstorms. And those thunderstorms are going to be with us all the way on through tomorrow. Taking a look at the latest infrared satellite picture, here are the two key factors here. The first one is this stationary front right here. This stationary front will slowly drop south over the next 24 hours and basically stall out to the south of Long Island through central New Jersey and back through northeastern Pennsylvania. Then that frontal boundary will pretty much waver over the region as waves of low pressure develop along it. Meanwhile, this cold front will be tracking towards the east, and moving through the region by tomorrow evening. While all that is going on, we're going to be dealing with periods of showers and thunderstorms. What's going to be interesting with this frontal boundary by tomorrow morning is that it's going to separate some marine air that is pushing south from the Gulf of Maine into the New York City metro from the tropical air mass that's going to be over the Philadelphia metro. So you're going to be talking about anywhere from a 15 to 20 degree thermal gradient setting up over the region from Connecticut to Philadelphia, or let's say southwestern New Jersey, where portions of Connecticut will be in the 60s and portions of the Philadelphia metro and southwestern New Jersey are going to be in the upper 80s. So you got that thermal gradient setting up, this strong cold front approaching from the west, and also a strong upper level shortwave. And that is going to lead to a lot of rainfall over the region, with some locations exceeding 2 inches of rain from some of these thunderstorms. Throw all that in, and you also have the potential for severe thunderstorms that will feature intense downpours, frequent vivid lightning, wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, possibly some small hail, and because of all the wind shear involved, possibly even an isolated tornado. So we pretty much have the entire gambit here as far as active weather for the summer setting up over our region over the next 24 to 36 hours. On the radar, we have our first batch of heavy rainfall and thunderstorms that is approaching from the west. This area of heavy rainfall and embedded thunderstorms will move through over the next several hours. Look for it to start to impact the region after 3 p.m. over extreme eastern Pennsylvania, and then from 4 p.m. on through this evening for the rest of the region. These thunderstorms will be capable of some intense downpours, so watch out for localized flash flooding. And of course, wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, so you may be talking about some minor wind damage and also some power outages. This area of rainfall will be followed by another one overnight tonight with heavy rainfall and embedded thunderstorms, some of them severe. And then again, we have the third wave that moves through later on tomorrow afternoon through the evening hours into the early morning hours on Saturday with the cold front. And these thunderstorms, especially to the south of the stationary front, primarily over the Philadelphia metro, will be capable of being severe and capable of actually producing a few isolated tornadoes because of that wind shear. So a lot to cover over the next 24 to 36 hours, and we will be on the ball. So for today, hot, humid, uncomfortable, sticky, but it won't last long. Temperatures will rise into the mid to upper 80s along the coast, lower to mid 90s everywhere else, and the heat index will range anywhere from the upper 90s into the lower to mid 100s. Then we get the showers and thunderstorms moving into the region this evening. Some of them are going to be capable of some very intense heavy rainfall, and some of these thunderstorms may reach severe levels. That frontal boundary will drop south overnight tonight and then just kind of meander around the region tomorrow morning. Now, the latest analysis here from the National Weather Service does push this boundary further north, but notice it's denoting it as a cold front. I think what's going to happen here is that this boundary is pretty much going to waver between the southern shores of Long Island to the northern coast of the Long Island Sound and then retrograde back and forth throughout the day with waves of low pressure like this one rotating through. And what that's going to lead to is still an easterly wind over the region from about, let's say about northern central New Jersey, let's say up to about maybe Trenton, on northward through the New York City Metro, Long Island, Connecticut, the Hudson River Valley, northern New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania. And you're going to be dealing with waves of moderate to heavy rainfall with embedded thunderstorms. I don't think you'll see much in the way of severe thunderstorms because of the influence of a more stable air mass. Temperatures in those regions will range from the mid to upper 60s for lows and anywhere from the upper 60s over portions of Connecticut to the mid 70s in the New York City Metro. Then to the south of that boundary, you're going to be setting up an environment where you're going to be in a more tropical air mass. And as a result, you're going to be dealing with showers and thunderstorms throughout the region, as some of them are severe. And you're going to be talking about temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 70s for lows and lower to mid 80s along the coast, mid to upper 80s in the Philadelphia metro. So again, you're looking at anywhere from a 15 to 20 degree thermal gradient, and that's going to support the potential for a lot of rainfall. And so you can see by the evening hours, you have your cold front approaching from the west, your cold front trying to push to the south, waves of low pressure, just a hodgepodge of different boundaries allowing for forcing, and that's going to lead to just a lot of rainfall. We're looking at anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain, but locally higher amounts through the period as a result. By Saturday morning, all of this clears out. And for the weekend, we're looking pretty good. We're looking at possibly an isolated shower in the early morning hours, but then scattered cloud cover the rest of the day with falling humidity. Look for lows in the upper 60s to lower 70s, highs in the lower to mid 80s. Sunday, high pressures in control with scattered cloud cover, lows in the mid 60s, highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast, mid 80s in the Philadelphia Metro and Delaware River Valley. On Monday, we'll have an area low pressure move through the region with a few widely scattered showers, primarily in the afternoon and evening hours. Look for lows in the mid to upper 60s, highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast, and mid 80s in the Delaware River Valley. On Tuesday, another area low pressure will be exiting the region with waves of widely scattered showers. Look for lows in the mid to upper 60s, highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast, and mid 80s in the Delaware River Valley. On Wednesday, a weak trough moves through with a few isolated showers. So notice we have our strong cold front back here over the Great Lakes, and so that's going to support warmer temperatures overall throughout the region. Look for lows in the upper 60s to lower 70s, highs in the lower to mid 80s along the coast, and upper 80s to lower 90s in the Delaware River Valley. And on Thursday, that cold front will approach the region with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Look for temperatures to range from the lower 70s for lows, lower to mid 80s along the coast, and upper 80s to lower 90s in the Delaware River Valley for highs. So we have a very active weather pattern and a very stormy one setting up for this afternoon on through tomorrow, with these showers and thunderstorms producing very intense downpours. If you come across a road that is submerged by water, please do not try to drive through it. It may actually be much deeper than you think. And of course, if you're trapped in one of these severe thunderstorms, just pull over, wait for the thunderstorm to move through, and take your time getting to your destination. Better late than never. Thank you for following NYNJPA weather, and please stay safe out there.